All right, guys, we got Luigi and Corin coming up now. Katsuji with Colorado, and then Nifty Bean, also known as Mediocre, as Corin for Rider University. This is going to be a good matchup we got right now. On already an SD from Colorado. That's not good. Luigi already at a very big disadvantage. Let's see if he can capitalize and come back from this. And a spike from Corin. That was a crazy spike right there. And now she's pulling up the range attacks right there. And a nice dodge from Luigi. Gets with the side spike. Gets to the side smash. And right now he's trying to play a little bit careful right there. He's got to get up and going. Gets scoring off the edge. Trying to use that plunger to get up there. We'll bring Septilins back in. He's experiencing some technical difficulties, so just stick with me for a little bit. I'll be covering this game right here until Septilins gets back. And I'm just going to let him interrupt me. So right now it's Colorado and Ryder. Colorado at a disadvantage with one stock missing because of an unfortunate SD, and now it's a 107.
An unfortunate SD for sure. I mean, definitely not a good look for this Luigi this early on, and today seems to be the day of technical difficulty.
Indeed, it is pretty bad right now, but we saw Luigi come back with a pretty good...
I'll tell you.
Yeah. It looks like you're really crashing on me right there, Septilins, but Luigi's really helping out with this smash, and he's staying alive as best as he can with 128%, all things considering. And Corin's trying to find an answer to get him KO'd. So it looks like Colorado's doing pretty well. It was just that unfortunate SD.
Yeah, after that unfortunate SD, definitely not a good look early on. But now, I mean, like you said, able to turn it around, 70% already on that final thing. I mean, things are looking pretty good.
Yeah, he's really making a comeback right now. He has gotten 2 stocks in a row with only 134% damage. And I say
now you get to a point.
But that's
yeah, you have to wonder, was the
SD
a meme? Was he aware that he was going to come in and sweep house like this? Do you think that he was so confident with his own gameplay? I mean, right now it's 147%. I don't think he's been hit since the first stock that Mediocre had.
Exactly, and you got to think he might just be toying with him, or that was just probably an unfortunate mistake. I mean, for the sake of sportsmanship, let's just hope that was an unfortunate mistake. But it looks like he's really very much in control of the game. Oh. And there's that stock.
There's that second stock, but now they've got an entire third stock here under their belt, and now Mediocre 111%. This is definitely not a good look for somebody who had such an aggressive lead early on.
Yeah. Nifty Bean is really playing careful right there, and beware what...
Ooh.
Ouch. That's gonna finish it for the Nifty Bean, aka Mediocre. Luigi takes that one. That was just a crazy good up special move right there. Perfectly timed too, right out of the shield, I believe.
Yeah, no, that was something. The SD, I mean, you like to think that maybe it was an intentional, maybe it was for the memes, maybe it was just an actual SD, but either way, a phenomenal job coming off from katsuji there. Just a phenomenal performance.
Exactly. I tell you what, when I saw that SD, I was like, okay, this is going to be hard that he's going to try to come back. And this is going to be a crazy matchup, trying to see what Mediocre has to come back against Katsuji. I think I'm saying that right, Katsuji. But I can't wait to see. Maybe, I think we might keep the same characters for this one, but you never know. We could see a switch up.
Yeah, I definitely think that was maybe not necessarily a great matchup. Luigi is quite the unusual character, so not something that you'd run into, especially in a competitive ladder. You don't see a lot of Luigis very often. But, when you do, they kind of perform the way that we just saw, where they really are able to dunk on house.
Exactly. They're pretty unpredictable, I gotta say. They have a really unique move set, similar to Mario's, obviously, because they're bros. But I think that it's pretty unpredictable for them to see. But we'll see how Mediocre responds with Corin, because I'm going to predict that Mediocre is sticking with Corin. I think he got some pretty good damage in there. He just needs to capitalize on finishing when he has the chance.
Yeah, absolutely. The damage, like you said, the damage came in, but there was very little kill confirmed, so definitely not a good look overall. It's not something that we wanted to see. Coming out, people always get to the end of a stock, but it really comes down to can they follow through on those eliminations? Can they find those eliminations to confirm a stock? But I guess that's not going to be the look quite yet.
Mm-hmm. And not quite a lot of defense. There's a few dodges here and there, but it was mostly all offense for both these guys. And it looks like we got the same characters too, so it's going to be the same matchup. Here we go.
Yeah, it's going to be that same matchup. It's going to be Corin versus Luigi toe-to-toe once again. I mean, I kind of expect similar results. I feel like Luigi really had a stranglehold on that matchup.
I wonder if Katsuji wants to refer to him as Waluigi. You know, he's in purple, so you never know. A lot of those guys really want Waluigi, so I don't know if I want to call
absolutely.
him
It's just definitely not a good look so far. Kind of similar to last time. We see a lot of damage coming in early on, and now we're just kind of waiting for it to move forward. 21% versus 21. Oh my god, it's actually exactly tied, but Katsuji going to take some damage there, and now we're going to have very close, 30 to 30, only 20 seconds off the clock as well. They're playing it relatively slow. I feel like a lot of times we'd see a stock maybe already gone at this point, but we see that Katsuji now kind of getting their footing, getting a little bit more aggressive, kind of the Katsuji we saw in our first matchup here, and I feel like we're pretty much just going to see a repeat of the second, or the first matchup right here in our second.
Yeah, exactly. I think both of these guys are just playing pretty conservative, trying to... You see Mediocre is playing the distance game, and a nice stock from Mediocre.
Yeah, definitely not a good look so far. I mean, Katsuji gonna find that stock taken off of them in the blink of an eye there.
Exactly. Still a little bit of the conservative gameplay, but I tell you what, Mediocre found a good way to take that stock away, playing it safe, playing it far. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be I don't think Katsuji's out of this yet. He's about to... I could see him getting a stock here pretty quick.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 124% for a Corin, that's pretty much kill potential. But oh, Katsuji almost screws up the side B there, and the misfire almost takes him off stage. But it looks like he's going to be able to make it back. Now down in stock, 70% extra credit. So Mediocre now in the lead. But I mean, we saw this already. This looks exactly like game one. And then Katsuji all of a sudden just kind of unlocks their sixth chakra and absolutely tears the game apart.
Ouch. And that was quite a stock right there taking to Mediocre. Katsuji's really trying to put up the beating finally, so hopefully we'll see more aggression instead of less conservative, but I think we're starting to see that now.
Yeah, no, Mediocre definitely doing a great job here.
And it looks like Katsuji's really playing with the plunger here, trying to keep the grabs. We've seen that quite a few times in this matchup, but now we're starting to see a lot more shield from Katsuji. Oh!
Oh! Yeah, I just fell right into that one. I mean, Mediocre, that was definitely not where they wanted to be on that. The Katsuji able to really take advantage of that, and it really, I mean, just Luigi feels like such a meme character to me. Everything he does, it's just every time I can't help but laugh. Now 106% on that second stock. Mediocre now on their final stock, but they now having capped taking damage. Excuse me, kind of lost my train of thought there.
Yeah, and just a second right there, Katsuji was just kind of toying with his little aerials and then ground game, then switch back to the aerial right there. He's going a little nuts right there, and the counter was able to stay alive. Dang, I'll tell you what, he's playing a perfect combination of aggression and then at the same time pulling back when he needs to. Kind of needed to pull back there because now you're down a stock.
Yeah, definitely pedal to the metal on that and kind of didn't really realize it was time for him to pull out of that fight. And now we see Mediocre, 113% on the clock. If they can find this final stock, they can take us into game 3. But right now, Katsuji in a very good place. Luigi's got the moveset necessary to really have this turnaround. But, I mean, he's really going to have to utilize it like he did in game 1.
Exactly. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another up air, or not an up air, sorry, an up special to try to put the emphasis on finishing the game. That's a good finisher move for Luigi. So let's see if Katsuji can finish it. Yes, he can.
It's going to be finished, but it is not going to be the up special. It's going to be the dash attack. Luigi's going to smack Corin out of the map there, so definitely a good matchup. And I mean, that's going to be a 2-0 in favor of Colorado, so definitely a good start.
And indeed, Colorado came to play. I tell you what, they have some pretty good players. We covered them last week, and they definitely were playing like they were just practicing. And right here, they're really kind of doing the same thing again. It feels like at sometimes, although that last matchup, Katsuji was definitely the more aggressive player, but Mediocre was stepping up to the plate pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. That one definitely felt like a blink and you miss it kind of moment. But we're going to throw to a quick break. We're going to pull in our next two players, and we'll see you guys in just a minute.
Yeah, stick around.